To politics now and the close presidential race. And let's focus for a moment on race in this race. Here is the headline from an Associated Press story printed in the New York Daily News and some other newspapers. Some black clergy say there is no good presidential choice between a Mormon candidate and one who supports gay marriage. And it's that headline that caught the attention of our Roland Martin. Roland, good morning. Thanks for joining us. You wrote an op-ed. You wrote this op-ed based on that AP story. What is your issue with it? I mean, obviously, you don't like the headline.
Well, actually, the short headline that ran was black pastors tell congregations not to vote. And when I saw that story, I saw it on a conservative website, Newsmax. I saw Hot Air. I saw several other newspapers, and I said, what? And so I began to read the story. And I realized in reading the story, not a single pastor quoted said anything like that. And I said, I don't understand what the deal was. And so as I began to read it more and more so, I called some people I know at Associated Press, and I said, hey, send me the original headline. That wasn't the original headline. The original headline said, African-American Christians waver over vote. And I then began to say, well, wait a minute, where's the proof even of that? Sure, you have several pastors who might say because President Obama came out supporting same-sex marriage, because Mitt Romney is a Mormon, they may have some issues. But to make this sort of broad statement that you have black Christians who are wavering because of these two issues, that to me was just nonsense. Yeah, or telling their congregation to stay home. But according to this story, I mean, you brought this up, this all centers on the gay marriage issue. And here's a quote, actually, from one of the pastors in this story. It reads, when President Obama made the public statement on gay marriage, I think it put a question in our minds as to what direction he's taking the nation. I mean, Roland, could this one issue really keep African Americans away from the polls on Election Day? No. I mean, no, it's not. I mean, bottom line is, when you look at the polling data, I mean, look, did this issue cause some serious discussion within the black community? Yes. Were there people who were upset? Yes. Have there been pastors who have said they are not going to vote for the president because of this? Yes. But also, there are pastors who also say they cannot vote for Mitt Romney because he's a Mormon. The Southern Baptist Convention has long taught that Mormonism is a cult. And so I'm sitting here going, okay, I got you. But in order to lay out like it's a trend, you need to at least have some data, at least have something to back it up. Show me a survey, a study, a poll that says 30, 40, 50% of black Christians are considering not voting or not voting for the president because of same-sex marriage. The article said nothing like that. And the problem for me, Randy, is this here. People have written editorials. They've been blasting pastors on social media for a story that simply did not support the thesis. Right. And that's the biggest problem when you have people going, who are these pastors? Let's call them out. And I'm going, if you read the story, it doesn't back up the headline. Yeah, sexy headline, but that's certainly not enough. Listen, I'm glad you brought up polls because we actually have a poll from NBC News, Wall Street Journal from early August. And if you look at the president's support, he better hope that African Americans are out to vote come Election Day. The African American registered voters' choice for president we have as 94% for Obama. 0 for Mitt Romney. But another claim in this story is that the president's support for gay marriage has dampened the enthusiasm for African American voters. I mean, is that true? Are you hearing that at all? Any drop in enthusiasm? First of all, the issue of enthusiasm is across the board in terms of Democratic voters, and African Americans overwhelmingly vote Democrat. And so that has been the issue. Democrats understand that. Republicans even understand that. And have I heard that from some quarters? Yes. But I have heard far more people say, look, I look at a candidate in the totality, not simply this one issue. They're looking at health care, education, jobs, you name it. But also, here's what's interesting. I remember a number of conservative white evangelicals who said, I cannot support Mitt Romney because he's a Mormon, and turned right around after the primary and said, okay, I'm backing Mitt Romney because there's no way I can back President Obama. The point here is this here. There are going to be some people in America, Randy, who are black, white, Hispanic, Asian, Native American, does not matter, who say, I am going to vote based upon my faith. That's the reality. But are you going to see a significant number of folks vote that way? I don't think so. I think people still are going to vote based upon the issues they care about and not solely based upon their issue when it comes to faith. Well, Roland, we certainly appreciate you setting the record straight for us. Thank you. Nice to see you. I appreciate it. Thanks so much.